Hey, welcome back. Today is April 1st, Thursday, and this is my third post today. And on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into Iota token, Iota USD, and see what has gone on in here. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 US, and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what has gone on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me where the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Today, we do have Bitcoin dominance down almost 0.8%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action down about 0.1%. Total altcoin market cap up about 1.8%. Now, this is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. I will usually see total altcoin market cap leading in gains ahead of Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is pulling back today and total altcoin market cap doesn't seem to be affected. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance to trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, on the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending upwards, I will usually see Bitcoin price action leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. On the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin dominance is now my shifted focus because we have been making a lower low since the last weekly candle close, and it does seem like we are negating that possible bullish divergence I have talked about a couple of days ago. Key support here will be the weekly 200 MA, currently about 59%. Okay, if Bitcoin dominance continues downwards, more ideal for the altcoins. Bitcoin price action here. We did have bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. It looks like it could still be playing out right now. I'll be more convinced that it's not, that it's actually done playing out if I actually do see a higher high here on the weekly time frame with a higher high on the RSI as well. So I'm looking for a higher high than the last RSI reading of 75 to negate bearish divergence if we have a higher high on the price action chart as well. Daily time frame. Immediate key support, the daily 21 MA. Next key support, the daily 50 MA. Resistance, key resistance here, about 60K from past trading history. About 62K from past trading history as well. About 62K. Let me also point out something on the monthly time frame here. We have been having bearish divergence for quite some time. However, it still has yet to yield a red candle. This does not count. We still have about 29 more days until this monthly candle close. So I would not count this. We have been having bearish divergence for quite some time. Not something I lose track of, because if Bitcoin pulls back at any time, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That bearish effect would be greater if Bitcoin dominance is trending higher. Also, taking into consideration of what happened the last 2 times here on the monthly time frame when Bitcoin went into very overbought territory there. Okay, do take a look at that. Let's go to Iota. I'm going to take a look from the monthly time frame down to the daily, which I consider to be macro time frames, and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. On the monthly time frame here, we are slightly above 70, so in slight overbought territory. Weekly time frame here, We had bearish divergence, and now we're negating it, comparing this high with this high. However, also now with a higher high on the RSI. But this weekly candle does not close for another 3 days, so not something I lose track of, even though it looks like we are negating bearish divergence here right now. And we are currently about 79, over 79 here on the RSI, so in overbought territory as well. 3-day time frame here, we had bearish divergence comparing this high with this high. And then right now, it looks like we are negating it right now. That bearish divergence, excuse me, let me go back there real quick, did yield a red candle here, okay? Even though it did not come down to my conservative estimate, which is the next closest moving average, in this case would be the 3-day 21 MA. Right now, it does seem like we're trying to negate bearish divergence again. However, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of about 76 here to negate bearish divergence, okay? As I'll be comparing this high with this high now. Let's go to the daily. Well, we did have bearish divergence as well, comparing this high with this higher high. However, lower highs on the RSI, okay? This time, it did come down to my conservative estimate of the daily 21 MA, okay? Now, if the price action was to make a higher high here on the daily time frame, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of about 71 to negate bearish divergence. Let's take a look into what I could be dealing with here in terms of a trading pattern. I do see an ascending triangle pattern with 2 sets of swings up and 2 sets of swings down, so it's validated. According to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, ascending triangle patterns are a 63% chance of it breaking to the upside. If it breaks to the upside, I do have a measured target here, which is taken by measuring the opening of the pattern and adding it back on top of the top trend line, and I will get about slightly under $2.50 measured targets. Now, measured targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's take a look into some key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Key support, let me go to key resistance first real quick. Key resistance here would be about $1.70. Okay, that's also psychological resistance and also the top trend line here for the ascending triangle pattern. The next up would be about $2 fib level area. Then I'll be looking at past trading history here. For more resistance, okay, about $2.10 from this area right here. $2.10 to about $2.35 range. Okay, $2.10 to about $2.35 range. In that range, approximately there. The next one would be about $2.65 to $2.80 if the price action is able to get over the measured targets. Let me also mention this, if I have not already. Measured targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less, okay? Now let's take a look into the key supports. Key supports underneath the bottom trend line right here would be about $1.30 fib level area. Next up would be the 3-day 21 MA. The daily 50 is pretty parallel with the bottom trend line, okay? So breaking the bottom trend line would take into consideration of breaking the daily 50, which is the white line here as well. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks above the top trend line here at about $1.70. I think the safer signal here would be a 2-hour candle close, as we have not had any 2-hour candle closes, and this is the earliest time frame where we don't have a candle close above $1.70. So I think that would be a safer signal that this could be a legitimate breakout. Okay, we had hourly candle closes before above the $1.70 resistance top trend line there. Okay, so 2 hours would be the earliest time frame where we did not have candle closes above $1.70. So bullish case scenario, price action breaks above the $1.70 top trend line. A 2 hour candle close and staying closed above the $1.70 would be a safer signal. Price action breaks above it, keeping 2 hour candle closes above the $1.70 and go towards its measured target, minding the resistance levels I have just pointed out. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks this bottom trend line that would take into consideration of breaking the daily 50 MA as well. Then the next level of key support I'll be looking at would be about the $1.25 fib level area. And then the 3-day 21 MA, that's fast approaching as well, and seeing if that holds. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I love to hear them. Hope you match your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.